everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's Cam and I'm obsessed with all things makeup. And today is going to be rather a late video, as you can see from the title. Like, this has been released forever now, but I'm going to be reviewing the JeffreeStar and ShaneDawson Conspiracy palette. I've used this palette a lot more than 5 times, but I did use it 5 times and remember to take a picture of it, so I do have pictures of all of the times that I've used it. So okay, so I am wearing it right now. I'm wearing the shades, My Pills, Pigment, and then I'm wearing those 2 shades from this palette, and then I'm also wearing a few shades from the Blood Sugar palette. And let's just talk about the looks first. I will insert them into the video, but the most recent look I did, I used the shade Pigment and then the shade Trisha, and I wasn't really in love with it. I felt like I needed a third color to really tie everything together. Of a neutral, just a neutral look. I used the shade Tanacon and Diet Root Beer, and then I used the shade Just a Theory all over my lid. It was an alright eyeshadow look. It was more of a everyday kind of go with. And then my favorite look I think that I've done with this palette is this. Used the shade I used the shade Spiraling right here in my crease, and then I used the shade My Rides here to deepen it up, and then I put this Illuminati green shade all over the lid. I am in love with that eyeshadow look. It just looked like, I love green eyeshadow on my eyes, and that just was like icing on the cake. I really, really loved it. And then another a fiery. I was trying to use this yellow here, but it wasn't very pigmented. It wasn't pigmented very much at all. I wanted to work with it a little bit differently. I just haven't got a chance to use it yet. But I started with that. I didn't really like it, so I went into this Cheese Dust right here, and then I made it more of a fiery look, and then I went into Flaming Hot, and then a little bit of My Rides here, and then I put Just a Theory all over the lid there, and it was a very nice, like, sunset eye look to me. Like, it was very warm and very, like, I really did like that look. And then the very first look that I did was gray look, so I also used Spiraling in my crease, My Rides here to deepen it up, and then I used Sleep Paralysis all over the lid. I am in love with cool tone gray and black eyeshadow looks, but my review on this palette isn't the best just because I feel like I can get really nice looks out of it. Like, the pink one was okay, that firing one I loved, that green one I loved, but I just wish that there was a matte gray in the shade. Like, if you're looking at the palette, I'm sure everybody has already seen it, but there isn't a matte gray. Like, these 2 shadows here, What's the Tea and Not a Fact, I feel like just kind of got thrown in because he liked the colors rather than to match the layout of this palette. Like, these shades here I feel like go together, like the greens go together, like the roll of neutrals. Like, I wish there was a matte deep brown and then a matte gray. Shane Dawson wasn't in, like, the beauty community, but JeffreeStar was, and he used him as guidance. But I just feel like he did create, like, a lot of these colors are very great. The JeffreeStar formula is amazing. It's just, I feel like the layout of this palette could have been better just because, I don't know, I don't really see a whole lot of cohesive looks. Like, I really liked that, that fiery look I made, the gray look, but I really wish for the, like, cool tones there was a matte gray, which there isn't. I wish there was a deeper pink shade for this look here, especially if Trisha was in here, like a matte deeper pink or matte, like, I don't know, I could use a red. I didn't like it. Like, more of a burgundy red would have been perfect. I don't really feel like the need for 2, like, transition shades. I think he should have picked one or the other, and I don't know. It's just like these shades I didn't get to use, like these 3 shades I didn't use. I used Not a Fact with the mini conspiracy palette, which is, I also have the mini controversy palette. Sorry, I flipped the names. I feel like the 2 blues, I don't know, like I feel like maybe if you kept this one and did this one like a deeper blue, and like the purples, I really wish the purple, like the purple shimmer in this palette would have matched the tones of these 2 purples. And then like I really wish, I don't know, it's just I feel like he did a great job for not being in the beauty community, but I feel like if he would have put a little more effort into the, can you make a cohesive look out of this? Can you make a cohesive look out of this? It would have been better. Like, I do really like a lot of the looks that I came up with, and this palette paired with another palette could be amazing. Like, if you use this palette and another palette to get ready, I think I can create a whole bunch of different looks. Like, what I did today is, I used 2 shades from this palette and 2 shades from a different palette. So I feel like with another palette, this palette is amazing. It's just not on itself because I keep wanting to reach for another tone. Like, I'll start going towards one idea and it'll flip and I'll be like, oh, well, I really could use this shade, and I find myself reaching for another palette to finish the look, which I honestly don't mind. Since I have a larger collection, I'm okay with reaching for more than one palette. It's just I know some people don't really like that. But now let's tell you about a fun story on how I got my hands on these. So when they launched, I was unable to get on the Jeffree Star website because everybody was trying to get on there and it had crashed and all of that. I went to go get my nails done a week later, and she said, yeah, I have, my sister went and purchased it and she didn't want to back out because she got 2 and lose her spot in line. So she has 2 conspiracy palettes and 2 controversy palettes. And I was like, really? Well, if she wants to get rid of them, let me know. And then 3 weeks later, when I got my nails redone, her name is Megan. She works at the Salon Academy in Great Falls. Or she's going to school there, rather. And she was like, hey, well, and then she brought them. She had remembered that we had talked about I would purchase them from her, and she brought both of them. A few shades were swatched, but that wasn't a very big deal. And it came with the, like the packaging you can see back here. But I got them. Both sold out. Didn't have to wait any time. So, yes, I got this palette and the mini controversy palette, which was really nice of her to even think of me, and because we got into the topic of this palette because it had just launched and sold out like a few days before I went into my first appointment. And then she remembered and brought on my second appointment. My mother-in-law was sitting right there. She's like, are you really buying more makeup? I was like, yes. Yes, I am. So that was honestly the last makeup purchase I made, and it was a really long time ago, and I'm so grateful because I am starting a no-buy. My review of this palette out of 5 stars would honestly be, it would be a 4. The quality is really nice, the pigmentation is really nice, it's just I'm having a hard time coming up with cohesive looks. So, and because of that, I think I'm going to give this palette 4 stars. Right after this, I'm going to be filming a ranking my Jeffree Star palettes. I have 6 different Jeffree Star palettes, so stay tuned for that. I'm not sure when anything is going to go up. I know this one will probably go up before my ranking video, so I might just save it for like an oops, I didn't get to film, so just stay tuned for that, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!